Hello my friends, this is Dr. Mandell. If you're over 70, you've probably been told that you can't build muscle like you used to. Well, that's simply not true. Today, I'm going to show you one amazing vegetable protein that science says works better than eggs for building and maintaining muscle as we age. And the best part, it's affordable, easy to digest, and has zero cholesterol. When we talk about muscle growth after the age of 70, most people immediately think of eggs, whey, or meat as the only true sources of high-quality protein. But what many still don't realize is that one of the most powerful and effective muscle-building foods available doesn't come from an animal at all. It comes from a plant. That food is soy. Soy protein, especially in its fermented forms like tempeh, tofu, or edamame, has been shown by modern nutritional science to stimulate muscle growth and repair every bit as effectively as eggs, and in many ways even better. The reason lies deep inside the structure of soy itself. You see, muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body builds new muscle tissue, depends on the availability of essential amino acids, especially one called leucine. Leucine acts like the ignition key for your muscle engine. When it's present in enough quantity, it activates the Mandell pathway in your cells, signaling them to start repairing and growing new muscle fibers. Eggs are rich in leucine, yes, but soy provides nearly the same amount, and it does so while also offering a unique range of plant compounds that make it easier for older bodies to actually use that protein effectively. As we get older, our muscles become resistant to these signals. It's something called anabolic resistance. It's the reason many older adults can eat plenty of protein and still struggle to maintain or build muscle. The message to grow just doesn't get through as strongly. That's where soy becomes incredibly valuable. Studies have shown that the isoflavones in soy, those natural compounds that come only from plants, have a powerful effect on improving cellular sensitivity to amino acids. In simpler terms, they help your muscles hear the signal from leucine more clearly. That means that when an older person consumes soy protein, their body can make better use of the amino acids compared to when they consume animal protein like eggs. This is what researchers call increased anabolic efficiency. It's not just about the protein content anymore, it's about what your body can do with it. And that is where soy truly shines for people over 70 who are trying to rebuild strength, mobility, and muscle mass. There's also something profoundly important about the anti-inflammatory nature of soy. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the biggest hidden enemies of muscle health in older age. It slowly eats away at muscle tissue, damages recovery, and weakens the body's ability to adapt to exercise or daily movement. Soy's plant compounds, particularly the isoflavones genistein and daidzein, help neutralize this inflammation at the cellular level. They lower oxidative stress and improve blood flow to muscle tissues. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients are delivered to muscles, which translates into faster recovery and stronger growth after even light physical activity. In contrast, animal proteins like eggs and meat often come with saturated fats and cholesterol that, when consumed in excess, can raise inflammation and slow recovery. So, while both soy and eggs contain protein, soy's nutritional package gives it a clear advantage for older adults who are dealing with joint stiffness, inflammation, or slow recovery. The beauty of soy protein is that it also supports other systems in the body that indirectly influence muscle growth. For example, it improves insulin sensitivity, which is crucial for getting nutrients into muscle cells. When insulin works efficiently, glucose and amino acids can enter the muscle quickly after eating, fueling repair and growth. Poor insulin sensitivity, common in older adults, limits this process and makes it harder to build lean mass, even with a good diet. Soy's ability to enhance insulin response naturally helps overcome this barrier. Eggs cannot do that. In fact, studies have found that soy consumption can lower fasting insulin levels and reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes, both of which are linked to improved muscle metabolism. This is why researchers are calling soy a metabolic modulator. It helps bring the body back to balance, which makes muscle building signals more effective. Let's not forget digestion. Many older adults experience reduced stomach acid and slower digestion, which means animal proteins like eggs or meat are not always broken down efficiently. So on the other hand, is naturally easier to digest, especially in fermented forms like tempeh or miso. Fermentation breaks down the protein molecules into smaller peptides, making them more absorbable and less taxing on the digestive system. This means your body can access the amino acids faster and more efficiently. In fact, studies using soy protein isolate have shown that its digestibility and absorption rate rival that of whey protein, but without the bloating, heaviness, or cholesterol that often come with animal proteins. This makes soy an ideal choice for older individuals who may have sensitive stomachs or trouble digesting large, heavy meals. But what truly sets soy apart from eggs is how it protects muscle fibers from breakdown in the first place. You see, muscle growth isn't just about adding new fibers, it's about preserving the ones you already have. After 70, the body's natural tendency is to lose muscle tissue through a process called sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. Isoflavones in soy have been shown to slow down this process by reducing oxidative damage inside the muscle cells. They protect the mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells, keeping them efficient and active. Healthier mitochondria mean more energy for muscle repair and less fatigue throughout the day. Eggs provide amino acids, yes, but they do not contain these antioxidant and anti-aging compounds that keep the cellular environment young and resilient. So it gives you both high-quality protein and protective nutrients that preserve your muscle over time. There's also an important hormonal angle. As men and women age, natural hormone levels shift. Estrogen and testosterone decline, both of which play key roles in maintaining lean muscle. Soy's phytoestrogens, plant-based estrogen-like compounds, help balance these hormones gently without artificial intervention. In women, this balance helps preserve bone density and muscle tone. In men, it supports a healthier hormonal environment that favors muscle retention and fat metabolism. Despite myths that soy lowers testosterone, research has consistently shown the opposite. Moderate soy consumption has no negative impact on testosterone levels in men, and in many cases it improves overall hormonal balance by reducing excess estrogenic activity from processed foods and environmental toxins. This balance is essential for muscle recovery, energy, and motivation to stay active. Scientific studies continue to validate soy's effectiveness compared to eggs. One notable study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging followed older adults who consumed either soy protein or egg protein daily for 12 weeks. Both groups performed light resistance exercises. At the end of the study, the soy group not only gained comparable lean mass, but also showed greater improvements in blood flow, inflammation markers, and overall vitality. These findings confirm that soy doesn't just match animal protein, it can outperform it in older bodies where recovery and circulation play a bigger role in muscle health than raw protein quantity. That's a major revelation for people who think plant protein can't compete. Beyond the lab, the practical experience of countless older individuals around the world confirms this. People who add soy-based foods regularly into their diets, whether through soy milk, tofu tempeh, or soy protein shakes, often report increased stamina, improved digestion, reduced aches, and a sense of renewed energy. These aren't just subjective feelings, they reflect the underlying physiological benefits of a food that supports muscle, heart, and metabolic health all at once. And because soy contains no cholesterol and is naturally low in saturated fat, it helps keep arteries clear, ensuring that your muscles continue receiving the oxygen and nutrients they need every single day. The synergy between these benefits makes soy one of the most complete and intelligent proteins nature has given us. Every single like on this message is not just a number, it's a signal that more people understand that strength does not end with age. It's a reminder that at 70 or 80, your muscles can still grow, your energy can still rise, and your health can still thrive if you give your body what it needs. Soy protein, in its pure and natural form, is one of the simplest and most effective tools to make that happen, proving that nature still holds the key to human strength and resilience, even in the later chapters of life. Building muscle after 70 is not only possible, it's one of the most powerful things you can do for your body and your mind, and yet so many people have been conditioned to believe that once you cross a certain age, muscle growth becomes a lost cause. That belief is not only false, but dangerous because it convinces people to give up on one of the most vital forms of self-healing the human body possesses: the ability to rebuild itself. The truth is that your muscles are still listening, still responding, still capable of growth, no matter what your age says. The only thing that changes with time is how your body reacts to the nutrients and signals it receives. After 70, your body doesn't stop producing muscle. It simply becomes less sensitive to the usual triggers that once made that process easy. This phenomenon, known as anabolic resistance, is the body's way of saying it needs a louder signal, more consistency, and the right fuel to remind it to grow. Soy protein gives exactly that signal: strong, steady, and clear, helping older adults overcome this resistance and rebuild the muscle that age tries to take away. The reason this is so powerful lies in how soy interacts with your muscle cells. When you consume protein, your body breaks it down into amino acids, which are like the raw materials for muscle construction. But in older adults, the machinery that converts those amino acids into muscle doesn't turn on as quickly as it used to. The leucine content in soy acts like a switch, flipping that machinery back on. It stimulates the MTR pathway, the same process that athletes and bodybuilders rely on for muscle repair. But unlike many animal proteins, soy does it without burdening your body with cholesterol, excess fat, or digestive heaviness. It gives you clean, efficient fuel, the kind that older muscles can actually use, and when combined with even light resistance activity, walking, stretching, or small dumbbell movements, soy amplifies your muscles' response. You don't need to train like a 20-year-old to rebuild strength. You just need to feed your body strategically. That's the beauty of soy protein. It turns even modest activity into meaningful growth. Another remarkable thing about building muscle after 70 is how the benefits go far beyond appearance. Muscle is not vanity, muscle is vitality. It's what keeps you from falling, what keeps your joints stable, your posture upright, your balance sharp. Every pound of lean muscle you regain gives you back independence, energy, and confidence. Soy protein helps with this restoration process because it supports endurance and recovery simultaneously. The amino acid profile of soy provides sustained energy to the muscle cells, meaning that even after you finish your meal or workout, your body continues repairing and strengthening itself throughout the day. Eggs or meat may provide a burst of protein, but soy delivers a steady stream, supporting the continuous rebuilding process that aging bodies need. One of the reasons older individuals struggle to gain muscle is due to chronic inflammation and oxidative stress that interfere with recovery. After 70, the body takes longer to repair microtears in muscle tissue, which is why soreness lasts longer and progress feels slower. But soy helps neutralize those effects through its natural antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Isoflavones in soy act almost like protectors of your muscle fibers, shielding them from damage and ensuring that the protein you eat is actually used for growth rather than wasted in the fight against inflammation. This is why older adults who consume soy regularly report less joint pain, faster recovery from exercise, and an overall lighter, more flexible feeling in their bodies. Their muscles are not just growing, they are healing. And the process of healing is where true strength begins. Building muscle after 70 isn't about looking younger, it's about feeling capable again. It's about knowing that your body can still respond, still adapt, still improve. Many people start to lose hope when they see their muscles thinning or their energy dropping, but that's only because their diet and habits are sending the wrong signals. Once you introduce the right protein source, one that your body can digest easily, absorb efficiently, and use completely, things begin to change. Soy protein is ideal for this because it's highly bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb nearly all of it. Unlike some animal proteins that sit heavy in the gut or cause discomfort, soy digests cleanly, allowing those amino acids to reach your muscles faster. And when you pair that with movement, even light stretching or resistance band work, your muscles start reawakening. That's when people begin noticing changes, more strength in their legs when getting up from a chair, better balance when walking, and more stamina throughout the day. Many studies back this up. Research from universities around the world has shown that elderly men and women who consume soy protein daily gained measurable muscle mass and improved functional strength in just a few months, even when their workouts were minimal. That's because soy doesn't rely solely on brute exercise to build muscle, it helps the body rebuild from the inside out. Its amino acids work synergistically with its phytonutrients to enhance blood circulation, nutrient delivery, and mitochondrial energy production. This creates an environment where the muscle cells are constantly being fed, repaired, and strengthened. It's a holistic rebuilding process, not a mechanical one, and that's what makes it so effective for aging bodies. Another factor that makes muscle growth possible after 70 is consistency. When you feed your body small but steady doses of the right protein, your muscles never go into starvation mode. Most older adults don't need huge meals to build muscle, they need regular nourishment. A scoop of soy protein in the morning smoothie, a handful of edamame as a snack, or a serving of tofu at dinner, these small additions add up to a powerful transformation over time. Your muscles don't care about how big the meal is, they care about how often they receive amino acids. Consistency is what keeps the MTR pathway active. So every small soy meal becomes a signal, reminding your body that it's still strong, still capable, and still ready to grow. One of the greatest misconceptions about aging is that the body's potential diminishes with time. In truth, the body simply becomes more selective. It demands higher quality input to produce the same level of output. That's why soy is such an effective tool. It's pure, plant-based, and provides exactly what the body is asking for. Complete amino acids, anti-inflammatory support, and easy digestion. There are no unnecessary fats, no cholesterol, no toxins to process. This purity allows your body to focus all its energy on rebuilding rather than detoxifying. When your body isn't weighed down by inflammation or heavy digestion, it can redirect that energy toward muscle repair. That's when you start to feel stronger, not just physically but mentally as well, because strength is a state of mind that follows the body's renewal. Even at 70, 80, or 90, muscle tissue is responsive to growth. Your body still produces the same enzymes, the same repair proteins, the same energy molecules. They just need the right environment to thrive. Think of soy protein as the key that unlocks that environment. It doesn't just add protein to your diet, it optimizes how your body uses that protein. It trains your metabolism to work efficiently again, to burn fat for energy and store amino acids where they belong, in your muscles. And when that happens, you notice a shift in everything. Your balance improves, your sleep deepens, your energy returns, and your confidence rises. Because when your muscles are alive and active, your whole body feels awake again. Every single like on this message will be a force that reminds people that their story isn't over, that their body still listens when spoken to correctly. It's a declaration that aging doesn't mean weakness, and that rebuilding is always possible when you feed your body intelligently. Muscle doesn't disappear with time. It waits for you to call it back, and with the right fuel, the right protein, and the right belief, it always answers. When people think about building muscle after 70, they often focus only on strength or appearance. But what many don't realize is that true muscle health is inseparable from overall longevity, heart function, hormonal balance, and even emotional well-being. Soy protein, unlike most other protein sources, does not just feed the muscles, it nourishes the entire system that keeps those muscles alive. When you consume soy, you're not just giving your body amino acids, you're giving it compounds that help lower cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and protect the heart and brain. That's why soy protein is considered a complete health food. It supports every system that your muscles depend on to stay strong and functional. As we age, these connections become even more critical because the body no longer operates in isolation. A healthy heart keeps muscles supplied with oxygen, balanced hormones keep metabolism steady, and a calm, anti-inflammatory environment allows muscle tissue to recover faster. Soy contributes to all of these processes at once, creating a cycle of vitality that extends far beyond the gym or dining table. When you choose soy over animal-based proteins, you're also choosing to lighten the workload on your organs. One of the silent challenges many older adults face is that the kidneys and liver have to work much harder to process animal proteins and fats, especially when there's underlying inflammation or mild metabolic decline. Soy protein, being plant-based and low in saturated fat, is much gentler on these systems. It delivers protein in a clean, efficient form, allowing your kidneys to filter waste more easily and your liver to maintain optimal function. That means your body spends less time and energy detoxifying and more time repairing. This is crucial because muscle growth, healing, and energy production all depend on how efficiently your internal systems are operating. When digestion, metabolism, and circulation are balanced, your muscles thrive naturally. Soy creates that internal harmony, which is why older adults who include it regularly often report not just stronger bodies, but better overall energy, clearer skin, and improved mood, signs that the entire system is functioning more youthfully. Another reason soy protein supports long-term health so effectively is its ability to lower harmful LDL cholesterol and raise beneficial HDL levels. After 70, cholesterol management becomes a top concern because the arteries tend to stiffen, reducing circulation to muscles and organs. Poor circulation means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching your muscle cells, slowing down recovery and repair. Soy's natural plant sterols help prevent cholesterol from accumulating in blood vessels, keeping them flexible and open. Better blood flow translates to stronger, more energized muscles, a sharper brain, and a healthier heart. Every bite of soy-based food, tofu, tempeh, soy milk, edamame, acts like maintenance for your circulatory system, clearing pathways so that your body can deliver the nutrition and oxygen your muscles need. This is something no animal protein can replicate because animal proteins often come bundled with saturated fats that do the opposite. They narrow blood vessels and increase stiffness over time. Soy, on the other hand, rejuvenates them, ensuring that your body stays young from the inside out. Inflammation is another silent enemy of longevity and muscle preservation, and soy's anti-inflammatory power cannot be overstated. The isoflavones in soy act like natural regulators that help the body quiet chronic inflammation without suppressing the immune system. Chronic inflammation accelerates aging, weakens joints, stiffens muscles, and exhausts the body's energy reserves. But when inflammation is kept in check, the body functions more efficiently, The immune system becomes sharper and recovery happens faster. This is why many older adults who switch to a diet with more plant-based proteins, especially soy, notice improvements in their mobility, flexibility, and joint comfort. It's not just about protein quantity, it's about the overall environment inside the body. A muscle that exists in an inflamed, stressed-out body can't grow properly. A muscle that exists in a calm, nourished, oxygen-rich environment thrives effortlessly. Soy helps create that environment every time it's consumed, making it a food that literally slows the biological clock. There's also an intimate connection between soy protein and hormonal balance, something that's especially important after 70. In women, menopause leads to a significant decline in estrogen, which accelerates bone loss and muscle weakening. In men, testosterone naturally decreases, affecting energy, motivation, and muscle tone. Soy contains phytoestrogens, gentle, plant-based compounds that mimic estrogen's protective effects without disrupting the body's natural hormone cycles. For women, these phytoestrogens help maintain bone density, reduce hot flashes, and preserve muscle tissue. For men, they help modulate estrogen levels and support prostate health, keeping hormones balanced in a way that promotes vitality rather than fatigue. This is not hormone replacement, it's hormone harmonization. It gives the body what it needs to stay balanced so it can continue producing strength from within. Balanced hormones mean better sleep, faster recovery, and stronger emotional resilience, all of which directly affect how consistently you move, eat, and train. In this sense, soy doesn't just build muscle, it builds a foundation for total longevity. Soy protein also supports gut health, a factor that modern science now recognizes as central to longevity and energy. The gut microbiome, the community of bacteria living in your digestive system, plays a major role in how well you absorb nutrients, regulate inflammation, and even control your mood. Fermented soy products like tempeh and miso naturally feed beneficial gut bacteria, improving digestion and nutrient absorption. A healthy gut ensures that every gram of protein you eat is efficiently broken down and sent to your muscles rather than wasted. When digestion improves, energy levels rise, and inflammation falls, creating a ripple effect throughout the entire body. Many people over 70 suffer from slow digestion, bloating, or irregularity, which can make eating a burden rather than a joy. By integrating soy into their meals, they not only strengthen their muscles, but also restore digestive harmony, making food nourishing and energizing again. What's often overlooked is how deeply all these benefits are connected to emotional and mental longevity. When the body feels strong, balanced, and energized, the mind naturally follows. Soy protein, by improving circulation, balancing blood sugar, and stabilizing hormones, supports the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals responsible for mood, motivation, and focus. This is why so many people who switch to a cleaner, plant protein-based diet report feeling lighter, clearer, and more optimistic. The connection between the mind and body becomes stronger when the body is well fed, not burdened. A strong mind fuels discipline, a disciplined mind builds a strong body. This positive feedback loop keeps people motivated to move, to eat right, and to take care of themselves, the true foundation of longevity. When you consider all these interconnected systems, heart health, hormonal balance, gut function, inflammation control, and emotional stability, it becomes clear that soy protein is not just a tool for muscle growth, but a catalyst for complete renewal. Every serving supports a network of systems working together to keep you youthful, mobile, and resilient. The more you consume it consistently, the more your body learns to operate in this optimized state where everything works in harmony. Energy flows better, recovery happens faster, and aging slows down in visible ways. That's why those who maintain a soy-rich diet not only preserve muscle but also enjoy clearer skin, stronger bones, better cognition, and a calm, steady energy throughout the day. Every single like on this message will be a symbol of awakening for those who have been told their body is too old to change, a reminder that strength, clarity, and vitality are not gifts of youth but results of daily choices. Each person who understands the science and the simplicity behind soy protein's power will realize that longevity isn't about surviving, it's about thriving, rebuilding, and renewing from the inside out. Soy is not a miracle food, it's nature's way of showing us that healing and strength can come gently, without strain, without struggle, through consistency and understanding. The heart, the gut, the muscles, and the mind all respond to care, and soy is one of the purest forms of that care, offering life back to the body that once thought its prime had passed, reminding every cell that growth and vitality never truly expire,